welcome to Star Wars InVader. I'm here today with Nathan, and we are going to discuss what we think is going to happen in episode 6 and also, well, what's been happening so far. So, how's your day been?
Yeah, not too bad. It's a nice weather we've had recently, isn't it? So just enjoying a bit of the weather in the garden. What about
Yeah.
yourself?
Well, yeah, we got, as you can see, it got a bit hot, like, so I had a bit of a shave, so, like, probably look like a 10-year-old or something now, innit? So,
Fresh.
nice beer weather, innit?
It is.
Alright, let's get to it then, I suppose. So, what did you think of the last two episodes, 4 and 5?
Yeah, it's good. Three as well. Another time discussed you either. Yeah, they were all good, but there's a lot of little things. I'm quite a picky person, and there's some things which are bothering me. Are maybe quite Disney-esque, and it's just for dramatic effect, and it's just a bit like. uh like eye rolling at times, and
Mm-hmm.
there's some stuff which like doesn't make sense, but I'm sure we'll get into all that and we can explain a bit more depth now. So yeah, I don't know, like, don't like episode 3 example.
Yeah.
um After they got there and everything, and well, they were on the back of that like transporter thing, and then they were stopped by the guards at the gate. um I think it's after having the fight and everything. I think they're a bit overly dramatic. For example, when Ben like shot the gate for the lasers to go down, so they could go through, when he could have easily just walked around the gate. For, like,
Yeah.
there was plenty of room, but they had like proper dramatic music going on, and like made him shoot the gate so the lasers get down. I was like, it seems a bit over the top.
Yeah.
But I really like Tala's character coming into it then. Um, and obviously knowing what we've like seen now up to the latest episode, there's a bit of a shame for me because I said to you that I'd like her character to be in there for a good while, because
Yeah.
I mean, sometime I suppose, but yeah, I don't know. I just really wanted her to stay in for quite a long time because I really liked her character. So.
Is that all? Did you find a bit attractive? Is that what it is?
Tractor, it's not bad for age, mate. I'm not gonna
Ah, is
lie.
it? Ah, I thought there was something. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
she was a good character, I think, but for me, I could see it happening, if you know what I mean. Like, cause she's like working for the Empire and she's done some bad things. So to me, it seemed natural, like in films anyway and series, obviously, that she's gonna try and redeem herself, and it usually happens that they do it with their life, like so. They
yeah, I
like
understand.
that's the ultimate sacrifice, the ultimate redemption is that, and it happens a lot. So I was
I
thinking right from
did,
the start that that's gonna happen.
yeah, I did say that I thought, they'd kill her off, but I didn't want her to be killed off or whatever too soon, 'Cause I thought
Yeah,
she was quite like a fun character, like I like in like the fourth episode. Then is it when she was like using her wits very smartly to kind of lie to get out of situations,
yeah,
and how she was using like her authority and so forth to be like to get through security. She was like, I'm a higher commanding officer. You gonna question me and ask about secret intel kind of thing, like
yeah,
open the gate. And he was like, oh, sorry, ma'am. Like, but I was good. But yeah, episode another some of the things like episode 3, I think it was though, that do you know when like they all went to like a secret room and you had like the droid in there.
yeah,
I think it was stupid when they were trying to escape through like the tunnel, and then you just had Obi Wan like just waiting around for ages. Like
mm,
they're trying to escape, trying to get away, and he's just waiting around for ages just to have a little look at Vader. Like, and even when he did, like, I understand why you want for like that closure, just to know for sure that Vader's there, like he is alive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, stand out where you'd want to like have that maybe. But then even after you seen him, like he's still there waiting there for ages while he's snapping people's necks and stuff. You know, he's still wait. He's
He's like,
still
ah, do you know
waiting.
what? Do you know what? I'll leave him to it. Like,
Yeah,
I
he's
suppose,
like,
yeah. You know, like he couldn't do much about it, but
I know, but
still, though,
instead
they're
of
like innocent people. You would have
instead
thought, oh, do you know, let's just at least try and save them, innit? Well, nah.
instead of silly darling and just watching it all unfold, why hasn't he just run off with Tyler and Leia to like help him? He's like, no, I'll wait yours, okay, and he'll wait yours. No, go with them and make sure you escape like you meant to. Like why
Yeah,
you
I
playing
know.
at? And then he's having a little bit of hide and seek with Vader, and he's like, like was hiding behind something, and then he went and obviously Vader like turned and sensed him or whatever.
Mm.
And oh, and then yeah, like that's another thing. I know I'm very picky and things, but it's just silly. Like, but it's when they have their fight or whatever. Then, and he's like, obviously, I'm gonna hurt you or do a similar kind of thing, like then like what you done to me, like and like burn him and drag him through the gravel and all that,
Yeah.
which he did. Like, fair enough, he did all that, and then you got like, obviously, Tal makes like a distraction, and the droid like comes to help him, and I'm like, why hasn't he just used the Force to like lift the droid or something? And and all the troopers are like, oh, we can't do anything now. There's like a fire. Like they could have walked around the fire.
Yeah. No,
like,
no, I
like
thought that. Like, literally, if they went up, like, it's like a hill thing, innit? All they have to do is walk up the hill thing, go around, and they're there, like. But they're all acting like, oh, no way, I can't do it. Which is a bit stupid. And then, to come to think of it, like, Darth Vader could have easily just, like, used the Force and, like, pushed it away. You could have done something, like, innit?
the last episode, we seen Vader use the Force to control a ship and like rip it apart.
Yeah.
It controls a full ship, and he can't look through the fire and be like, "Oh yeah, there's like a droid there. Thank you. Now we've got Ben again." Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and oh, it's just a bit silly. Like, especially if they're gonna show later, like Vader literally using the Force to control a whole ship. A whole
Yeah, no,
ship.
exactly. Like, the only thing I can think of is that he let him go. Like, he's like, nah, you know what I mean? He's not at his prime at the moment. He needs a bit of training or something, innit? Because he knew he was weak. He wants, like, I think he wants a bit of
Yeah, maybe,
competition, like, do you know what I mean? But they haven't even
yeah.
explained it. If they explained it, like, in one of the episodes after it, I'd understand, but there's no explanation for it. He's just, to us now, it just seems that we just let him go, like, and we don't know why. It just seems a bit weird.
So I mean, but yeah, I liked when they brought like Tyler into it, and the I thought she was a really cool character. And then obviously we go on then when we meet like Roken and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. So it was cool. I liked how it led into like yeah that narrative where they've got them people, the resistance kind of thing, secret underground,
Yeah.
um, which was cool. And they got there, and that was funny. One funny thing that made me laugh was when they got there, and he's like, I need help or whatever to obviously get Leia, and Rokun's like, no, we can't do that. We can't afford that risk, kind of thing. And then Ben's like, oh, you don't know what I had to go through, and then as soon as he says that, Rokun's like, all right, then I'll help you straight away. Like he goes,
Yeah,
we
no,
can't
I
help
know. It
you.
took about 5 seconds, like.
He's
it's,
like,
it's
we can't have
ridiculous.
it. He goes, oh, you don't know what I've been through, like in through all this fight, like you know what I've been through. And he's like, you don't know what I've been through, and I'm sure he said something about like his wife or something there.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and as soon as he said that, you don't know you like on about his wife, and he goes, I'll help you. Like it was like, all right, you change your mind quick, pal.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've seen it was really good scenes. Like I think like Leia's character has been played very well for like a child actor.
Oh, she's
Like
brilliant. Brilliant.
she's playing. like the emotions, like the stubbornness, like the tricking, trying to like, obviously like trick Raver or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
and she was like asking Obi Wan to like use the Force to lift her up, like to be playful and stuff. And I thought that was really cool because that's what a child would do, really, isn't it? Especially if they haven't seen like a Jedi before, they would go, "Ah, go on, show me some tricks." Yeah, she's really well written, in my opinion.
yeah, yeah,
But I agree with you. There are like you said, little Disney things, like little silly things that shouldn't be there. Like it doesn't make sense. Overall, the episodes are good, but there are like a few things, like you said, with the Roken thing,
like it's
um,
just something
etc. Do you know what I
mental.
mean?
I'm like, it's good. Like, I'm slowly liking Raver's character a bit more, but I do think it was like obviously very cliche for like a villain. Obviously, now in the most episode, there's more like of a backstory, like
Yeah,
she's a youngling and all that. So that was good. But no, before that, then obviously we went and we seen where obviously they're trying to rescue Leia. That in itself for me, a lot of that. I enjoyed it, like, but it's just questionable stuff. Like, I just seen a lot of questionable stuff. Like, I know they said about, oh yeah, they don't really have defensive ever because of no one's really crazy enough to like go and attack it because it's like headquarters, like Grand Inquisitor and all that. There's always gonna be someone crazy enough. Do you know what I mean? No matter what
yeah,
in these
no,
things, like
like there
if
is
someone
crazy people in the world, like
yeah, crazy people in the world, and like especially if like someone's had a child taken off them. If I was like, you know, your kid or like one of my kids or something like that, I'd get like a plane and go on my Todd to try and rescue my own kid. Like, do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like if I had a gunship or something, if I knew there's no defences, I thought, I might have a good chance here. Like, do you know what I mean?
yeah. Well,
So,
they're just gonna leave Leia and not go after her. Like they must have known that Obi Wan or someone was gonna come to the base and try and save her. Like it's
I'll
just
try it.
really random, innit? And how he
But
got in as well, like literally, he swam underneath, underneath the base, and then somehow he was in the base. Like that's it. And there's like what one stormtrooper guarding it. It was ridiculous, but I kind of know why they did that because in the Fallen Order game, that's how he enters the base when he goes into the Inquisitor headquarters. So I know what they're doing for consistency, but if that happened in the past, you would have thought they'd like up their security a bit or something, innit? So I don't know. It's a bit random, and
yeah.
it's like, oh, this happened before, but you know what? I'll just leave it. Like I'm not gonna do anything
But
about it.
I think it's just crazy. There's like no defense or anything, and then so we're in now, alright, and I think Tala again. I liked her character a lot. I love like her scenes and how she's acting. Obviously, she's in like how I like how how she used like authority to get past the guard. I like then how she's
Yeah,
like in the control room and she dispatched like the officer who came up to her and he was like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" kind of thing.
yeah, she
She
got
obviously
caught, didn't she?
she like disposed of him and then then obviously later on, like Raver comes in and she's talking to her and she's trying to like lie her way out of things and she's doing quite well like that, don't I, you know?
Yeah,
And but it shows like she's got like wit about her and like her smarts and so forth.
yeah.
Um,
One thing I didn't like about the interrogation is that she couldn't do her power. I don't know when she reads minds. She couldn't do it to Leia, and I just thought that was ridiculous. Like it's a little girl for one. Um, she hasn't had any experience in the Force. Okay, I understand she's like Force sensitive and stuff, but she's supposed to be really powerful with this move. So she tried reading her mind, and she was like, "Oh, actually, yeah, that's you know she couldn't do it like."
well, it shows
And
just how powerful Leia is. I suppose.
yeah, but she doesn't know. She doesn't even know that she's Force sensitive at this point. So how would she know? Like, do you mean?
No, I know that. Yeah,
I just thought, fair enough when she's older, but like at that age, I just highly doubt. Like, it just didn't make sense to me. Um, and what do you think of that like Jedi tomb?
oh yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And that was interesting.
it's like they're
Like
collecting trophies or something like that, innit? Like,
Yeah,
what
it was,
otherwise? What is the purpose of them being there? Like, they must, or at some point, they've got to explain it.
that was quite cool because it's quite like graphic, wasn't it, as well? Like it was like they used obviously for shock, like all these different types of Jedi's and stuff from different like planets or wherever, and they're all like in these tombs, as you said. And it was like even some young ones as well, and you're like, whoa, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And then like
Um,
the young Lynn was like like, do you know what I mean?
yeah,
They like
yeah,
just well, it's probably frozen when they about to die or something. I don't know. Like, but yeah, it was I. It needs to be explained really. Like they can't just put the Jedi tomb. So I'm hoping this last episode has got so much to explain. I think it's gonna have to be a long one, or maybe are they doing like a surprise extra episode or something? Maybe because a lot of the series they usually go well. A lot of the shorter series they usually go like for like 7 or something like that. 7
yeah.
episodes. So yeah, I'm hoping for that.
What
But
did you think? What did you think about the crack, like scene where there's like a big crack in the window and stuff, and he's controlling it to stop the water coming in? Ben, what do
well,
you think of that scene?
I liked the progress of Obi Wan because in that episode he was like you could see he's grown in the Force a bit now. Because obviously at the
Like with
start he
the
couldn't really do it. Then he was struggling, and then like obviously he managed to stop Leia from hitting the ground in the episode before it, or 2 episodes before it. Sorry, and it's just a gradual builds, which is what I like because I wanted him to be weak and stuff like that. I wanted him. He's not going to be the same guy he was in like the previous films, is he? So I
no,
like that aspect. But being glass in a base, I don't know about that. Do you mean like why in
that's,
it? Just why they could have used anything else but glass? Like so what?
yeah,
It could
I
easily
like
they
that.
could, the stormtroopers there with guns like, and they could easily just accidentally shoot it or something. Oh, the whole base is fucked then. Oh, pardon my language.
Yeah, that's was my point. Like as same as you, I like the yeah, how Ben like came along with his force and his powers. How like he like threw the sound when the stormtroopers were like looking around and stuff, and he threw the sound in so he could escape and like a little bit.
Yeah,
And while he was waiting for Tala to get back to him, and then yeah, obviously when eventually like that whole base doesn't make sense as you said to me. So they've got like pretty much no like no defense or no what. They don't have anything to track people. They're like, no one's gonna come here. It's fine. It'll be fine. Don't put anything just in case. And then I know the whole thing is will you be crazy to go there because there's loads of like troopers and these guards or whatever. But someone like will, like as we said earlier, just do that anyway. But yeah, another thing. So they've got glass windows. It's an underwater, partially underwater, like base, like a super base, and underwater, and it's got glass, right? Which I understand people are like, oh, it's really thick glass or whatever. But you've got then who is guarding it? So who's guarding this base which is partially submerged? Stormtroopers. And what do they use to defend it?
yeah.
Like,
Like
the laser, like shooting lasers out of there. You what? That's not gonna crack glass, is it? Oh, or maybe we shouldn't use that then. Like, or
yeah.
maybe we shouldn't have glass.
Yeah,
But
maybe they could
yeah,
just have like I don't know, like some sort of stick or like vibroblade or something, you know. Like it just
yeah,
doesn't make sense. Like maybe they can have guns on the higher levels where there's no glass. Like, do you mean?
yeah. But then
But
they're all shooting at like Obi Wan and all that, and obviously he's deflecting it, and like the glass got broken and stuff. And then, and I'm just thinking, like, what the heck? That's crazy. And then
yeah,
obviously they
maybe.
escape. And I remember you saying something about Leia, though, in the court.
Oh yeah, like as we mentioned, there are some weird picky things like that doesn't make a lot of sense. So yeah, he puts the coat on, and like there's stormtroopers everywhere, like enemies all around him. Somehow they don't know that is Obi Wan just because he's got a coat and hat on. There's the first thing, and then the second thing is there's like a little girl clearly showing like there's the court's like going outwards, and it's clearly you can see there's a little girl there, like, and you can even see her feet. So how all the stormtroopers haven't spotted that, I don't know. Like, it's just beyond, isn't it? Like, what,
Yeah.
the court has somehow disguised her. No, you can see your feet. You can see the like object there. Like, you know it's a little girl. It's the shape of a little girl. Like, do you mean? It's I'll be honest, I laughed when I watched it. I did. I
uh,
was just like, it was just so stupid, wasn't it? But yeah, maybe it
I
was
do like.
done for comedy or something, but it just doesn't seem like appropriate for that scene, though. Really, in my opinion, they're trying to escape. Like,
Then Raver comes and goes, like, like traitors, isn't it? And
hmm,
then they stop, and you're like, okay, how are they getting out this one then? And obviously, finally, the help like came. Um, which again, to me, about this base, right? I like the shoot, like the the ships helping shooting all the stormtroopers and all that, and
hmm.
obviously Obi Wan and Tal is like killing a couple of them or whatever. But it's just like, what? This base has got no like large guns to shoot them, no anti like air stuff at all.
Yeah, like no
Like nothing.
detectors or like incoming ships and stuff. Like they have nothing. Like, and
Because
Broken was complaining about helping out Obi-Wan. All it took was 2 ships, and more or less all the base was destroyed. So, like, what's he complaining about? I don't understand. Like, and they're saying, oh, no one will be like silly enough to attack the base, but then all it took was 2 ships. So I'm sure most people, if they wanted to attack that base, would do it. Like, it's got no defenses.
it's mental. There's got no defenses. Like such an important building, and it's got no defenses, structural defenses. In fact, it's a structure. It's so poorly made. It's getting blown up by some stormtroopers' bullets.
Yeah,
uh,
they're literally destroying themselves.
I'm like, I love moaning about stuff loads, but overall, I am loving like a lot of series. Love the characters. I said like, Leia's playing her character brilliantly. Of course, like, Obi Wan, brilliant character. That'd be nice. I liked as well. I like that Tala, but I like Roken's coming a bit more, and it was like having a bit more importance, obviously, over a few through the episodes. And I don't know what's going to happen now with Haja as well. He's back in the mix by the looks of it. So I don't know if
Yeah,
he's going to be kept on like a longer term character too. Um, yeah, it was cool. Obviously, late episode you see like Raver becoming Grand Inquisitor for a bit, because then that was like what she wanted is like approval too. But she did, even obviously you find out like stuff after her. She did I think she still kind of wanted her approval or to be show like, oh yeah, it might have come from nothing, but I still made it anyway.
yeah.
Um,
To like rubbing
yeah,
rubbing the other Inquisitor's face, isn't it? They think that
yeah,
she's got the trash or whatever.
yeah. She has got like that tenacious side to her. And yeah, it was interesting to see like obviously having a chat. She was having a chat with Obi Wan. Obviously, she was even when he like works out that she was like a youngling and all that. So that was cool. And you got I really enjoyed then the little Vader River little fight, the little Vader River fight.
Yeah,
That was good.
yeah, he absolutely like embarrasses her. He doesn't
Like,
even
boom.
take his lightsaber out. He's so confident. All he has to do is use the Force, and in the end, like after she's trying her best to get nowhere, he even takes her own lightsaber out of her hand and into his, like, and then snaps in half, chucks her lightsaber, and that's it, like. And yeah,
Mm.
this is my problem though. Like, I know more than again, but this is my problem. Like, Riva seems really weak to me. She's like, everyone's taking advantage of her. Like, you think of the Grand Inquisitor, um, he's just mocking her constantly and giving the impression that she's weak. And then the fifth brother, like, he's been aggressive towards her. He pushed her up against the wall. He's telling her, no, you can't do that. And even in that, on the previous episode, he like froze her over the table, if you remember, in like the meeting room. After she said that Darth Vader, well, no, she told them to put trackers on the mine planets. It was, wasn't it? And then he was like, "Oh, you don't tell me what to do. I'm second in line, not you." And then he like froze her in place, and it looked like he was like choking her, but she couldn't do nothing about it. And then also you see Darth Vader, obviously, like force choking her before she says that she put a tracker on with them.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, yeah.
obviously the worst one of all, the most embarrassing then, is the way that she couldn't even touch Darth Vader. Like, I don't know. To me, she doesn't seem like she's very strong, and
Yeah, but obviously though, maybe she only had as like a young limited training or whatever. So maybe now, with her like looks like probably going to be coming to like light side more, and probably going to have to link up with Obi Wan after the end of the latest episode because she doesn't have any allies now. Everyone like she knows who he is. That's another thing. If we love a little pick, a little pickiness, but
yeah.
like she's got stabbed before in the chest and survived, and Vader has just stabbed her and left her against like. Why did he just? He's normally so ruthless as well. Why is he stabbed and let her live? Do you know what I mean?
Well, maybe. Well, we saw the Grand Inquisitor. Well, he's alive. I think maybe it was to get him to, well, get Raver to see the Grand Inquisitor again, and so he could like kind of mock her before she dies, like a like insult. Um,
Why not just?
Possibly, yeah, it's a bit random. Possibly, he wanted her to die in a horrible way. Maybe he wanted her to slowly die, but I kind of worked out maybe what might happen. Like, obviously, the Bacta tank is in that base, isn't it? The one that Obi Wan used. So she's injured. All she has to do really is struggle her way to the Bacta tank, and then it's going to heal her. So, you know what I
That
mean?
could
Like,
work.
I think that's what's going to happen. And I don't know about the kids. Like, she knows about Luke and Leia now, obviously, because the Holo communicator. Like, I don't know. See, I don't know why you're showing that. Is she going to help them, or is she going to try and, like, I don't know, do something evil towards them? Because she must feel a bit betrayed now, because Obi-Wan was supposed to help her to, well, fight Vader, but he just went, like,
Who went it?
went without her and kind of lied. But it was interesting at the end when Obi-Wan was like, oh, something's not right. But then he
Said he's
did,
gonna.
then after then he goes, oh, actually, no, it's fine. So is he sensing her feelings as in, like, she's not going to do anything bad? Is that what happened? So otherwise, why would he say it's fine? It's got to mean something, isn't it?
Yeah, well, next episode now. What do you think? What do you think in next episode then?
Well, I can. Well, I'm 100% certain that we'll see Qui-Gon as a Force Ghost, possibly maybe a mini flashback as well. And I think there'll be another surprise character. Possibly, well,
Yeah.
maybe Yoda. Maybe you'll see Yoda and Dagobah or something. Maybe he'll help, like, Obi-Wan Master talking to, the deceased Force users. And it could be like Mace Windu, because apparently he's alive according to George Lucas, and I know Samuel L. Jackson is constantly saying that he wants to come back as Mace Windu. So I think at some point we will be seeing Mace Windu. Any others? Might be surprised with like Darth Maul, maybe something like that, because he's alive at that point.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I don't know. Yeah, those are my best bets. I think. Like, there might be some other surprises like Cal Kestis from the games, things like that. and Ahsoka possibly. Like people want to see all three of them together, so maybe she might not be there, but they might show a flashback of all three of them. I think that'll be a missed opportunity if they don't do that. But 100% Qui Gon. It's been hinted at more or less throughout the whole series when he's trying to contact him, not being able to do it, having nightmares, and then calling out to Qui Gon. So it wouldn't make sense for him not to be there. So I'm 100% certain on that, and I'll be really shocked if I'm wrong. To be honest. What about you? What do you predict?
No, I'm just looking because, as I've said before, I wasn't really fussed on like Raver and
Mm-hmm.
characters is very cliche. I'm just more interested now to see like obviously this new side now she has the truth come out of her background and so forth and about how she wants revenge against Vader.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be interesting to see like how the whole kind of Vader Rave kind of dynamic works out. Um, and I want to see like yeah, what's like for me like her only her only option now is she could try and go alone because that's what she likes doing a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But like if see her link up with Obi Wan, and like see if she joins with him to go against Vader together,
Yeah. Or
because
like a new apprentice or something.
it could be. That'd be a really interesting way of putting it. Yeah, like
Like
something like
if they
that.
do
Because
like a season two, like it's been rumored. Do you mean? Could make sense.
that would make sense. I think to do it that way.
Yeah.
Um, so I'd like to see that kind of interesting the dynamic that way. And yeah, just like they're gonna have to leave it with something big, though, aren't they? Like,
Yeah.
because obviously to lead on to the next season, they'll need to have everyone be like on the tender hooks, of like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? So it'll have to be something major.
Yeah.
Um,
Like a character coming back, but I think everyone suspects Qui Gon. Like I think they need another one as well, and I think there'll be like two like cameos, like one being Qui Gon, and then it's going to be a shock one. Then it's like a Mace Windu or something. Because as
yeah,
you said, they want people to come back. They need a cliffhanger, don't they?
I'll be interested, yeah, to see like Qui-Gon again, as you said, this kind of been alluded to a lot, so that'll
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah,
But
he's a great character. He's one of my favorites to be honest. He's not a cliche Jedi, is he? He's a bit grey, where he doesn't really go by just what the council thinks and stuff like that, is it? So they like a lot of people think if he didn't die, Anakin wouldn't have gone to the dark side, isn't it? So it'll be quite interesting to see what he's got to say, like he'll share his wisdom a bit. So yeah, and on Reva, I do think is a possibility that she might just try and attack everyone. She might be going after Obi Wan, the Grand Inquisitor, the Fifth Brother,
that's a,
because she's got nothing left to lose, really, is she? If she does that, and I think she'll have a fight with the Fifth Brother because they have a bit of competition, and I don't think she'll stand a chance properly against the Grand Inquisitor. So I think the only one she's got a chance to defeat would be the Fifth Brother. But as I said, he's been showing that he's a little bit stronger in the Force. So
yeah, yeah.
maybe if they just go through like lightsaber skill, then maybe she has a chance to defeat him because we haven't really seen him with his lightsaber like fighting one on one with someone.
No, no,
But
no.
yeah, I loved Hayden Christensen and Obi Wan flashback as
Yeah,
well.
it's
Oh,
just like
we almost didn't talk about it. Yeah, it was really nice to see him again. Felt like a child. Felt like when I was watching back in the day, episode 2 in the cinema, and episode 3. It was nice to see him.
no, I said that. I looked. Look, it's cool to see like the style, you like even the hair and everything back to like how he was,
Yeah,
and
he's like like Padawan head, isn't he?
yeah, like their relationship together and how like he's like, I've got you, just admit it, you've been defeated. Like Obi-Wan was like, you get blinded, like you just want to win all the time. Like, and that overtakes like everything for you, and then he just obviously does his little trick where he steals the lightsaber and
Yeah,
off
like he,
him and
he
all.
showed him what he's doing is wrong, like he's making mistakes. And it
Yeah.
also shows because he kind of works out what Anakin's going to do to the base, and he has like a really good plan then to counter it. And like Vader does everything that he expected, so it just shows that he hasn't learnt his lessons.
Mhm.
And also, I think it's a nice way of showing him slowly like turn to the dark side, just like explaining even the early on that there was a bit of a bit of flaws in him with him being a Jedi. So that was really nice, and I know obviously they look a bit older, they don't look like they should, but that's fine. In my opinion, um, I would rather see them like properly than like a fake like image on them, because I wanted to see them two back again, if you know what I mean. Like I
Yeah.
don't want like a CGI face on them to make them younger. I want to see them properly because it won't be authentic, and that's what I wanted, and it's happened. So I know some people are moaning about they look old and stuff, but no, it's fine with me. You just gotta get past that really. Otherwise, you're not gonna have the same effect. You're not gonna have that feeling of yes, they're back because it's a CGI face on it. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, can't can't wait for the next episode. We'll probably do another live stream soon
Yep.
to talk about it. We could go through the whole series really if you want, and then obviously get on to the big juicy stuff from the last episode and see if any of your predictions come true really. Because I've predicted a few right so far actually.
Same, I
I
predicted a lot. Yeah.
yeah. Well, what did I say now? I said the Rivers gonna kind of work with Obi Wan, like sort of turn to the light side. I know she hasn't turned the light side yet, but it seems like it's starting. Um, I thought she was a youngling from that video when you first see it in episode one. Just because otherwise, why would they do it? It didn't make sense unless it meant something. So I thought, oh, she must be one of those younglings, isn't it? Yeah. So let's see if any more cracked. Really, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, before we go, we haven't seen any Jedi from the Path. Like he mentioned Quinlan Voss, because he saw his name on the wall, but we haven't seen him. So there's another possibility. Like maybe we'll see Mace Windu from the Path in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they got a lot to explain, a lot to do in the last episode. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's another surprise episode after this, or if it's a really long episode next, maybe like a 2 hour special thing or something.
Can
Yeah.
you do an impression of any of the new characters?
New characters. Oof.
Well, in the last few episodes.
I don't know, man. No, I could do a sort of Obi Wan. Like, I could give it a go for Vader, but I don't think I would like be able to do anyone else really.
No problem.
I was thinking, oh, no, I can't. Like, can you do any?
Okay. You'll have to practice.
Ah, you can't do any either, can you? Yeah, we'll practice.
I can't do any.
Yeah. Ah, got that. I'll give one a go then. Who do you want me to do? Shall I do like? Well, I'll try to do Raver then. What's her saying? She says then. Oh, you can't run from Obi Wan. There you are. There's the Raver. Obviously, it needs work.
We'll have to practice all these now.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's it from us today, guys. Do you want to say it?
No, yes, your thing, man. Come on.
Right. Okay. He told me he was going to say it. Do the saying. Until the next time on Star Wars InVader.
Uh,